Do you believe that you are worthy of a good life? Do you believe that you can heal? Do you believe that you are enough? And almost every time people answer me, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hello, and thank you for joining me here on Hope to Recharge podcast, the podcast that's designed to break the stigma around mental health and to create some hope and inspiration and give some practical tips to those that are struggling with mental health, whether it's from personal stories to break the stigma or some advice from professionals in the mental health community. Whether you are struggling with mental health on your own or you know a loved one that is struggling, we are here to support you and to create a community so you know you are not alone. The road to recovery can be difficult and challenging. At Hope to Recharge, we believe that in mental health, together is always better. I'm your host, Matana. Thank you for joining me here today. Today's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.com. Are you looking for online therapy? Are you stuck at home like everyone else? High stress, high anxiety, worried about the future, trying to navigate everything, have a lot of worries, have a lot of emotional roller coaster rides up and down, just like me. BetterHelp.com is one phone call away, one Zoom call away, one text away. It's an online platform for therapy. It's so perfect for now, for coronavirus, for what people are going through now. We can reach out and get the perfect therapist that meets our needs. Don't wait. Check them out. See if you can find somebody. Don't struggle. They're so affordable. They are so affordable. You're sitting at home. Every therapist is working online now. Reach out and get help you need. If you are struggling, don't struggle in silence. I am so grateful that they are giving us 10% off the first month so you can get affordable access to therapy. Go to betterhelp.com/hope to recharge. betterhelp.com/hope to recharge. Start your wellness, get help, get support you need. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me here on our 1-year anniversary to Hope to Recharge podcast. I can't believe in a way it went so fast, and in a way I feel like it was 1,000 years ago. This is a big moment for us as a community. This is really an accomplishment. Over 100 episodes, so many topics. I learned so much in the past year. I thought that I knew a lot about mental health, mental illness, therapy, recovery. And when I started interviewing, I realized how much I know nothing and how much more we need to learn, how much more we need to break the stigma. I thought because there's so many podcasts out there talking about mental health, so the stigma is getting better in terms of breaking it. But the more I interview people, the more I speak to people, the more I realize the stigma is strong and alive, and we must do everything possible to break it because the stigma breaks people. People die because of stigma. Families fall apart because of stigma. Lives fall apart because of stigma. People live in pain for the rest of their lives because of stigma. So we must keep on working, chipping away one story at a time, one friend at a time, one positive outlook at a time, acceptance, love, and just knowledge. Sometimes knowledge is everything. So many times you hear that stigma is because people are not aware. There's not enough education to the mental health world to educate people about how to heal, that there's hope, that there's life after, during. And we need to continue doing this. And yes, this was an amazing, amazing year. I am so grateful, each and every one of you that listened, shared, gave me ideas, continue giving me ideas, send me thank you notes. I can't even describe how many different gratitude forms I got. Gifts, I got notes, I got cards, I got emails. It's just amazing. And I felt like I have to give everybody else because I can't do this alone. And everybody here that listens to me is the engine behind this podcast. So I feel like I have to gift something to all of my listeners. So I'm going to just now say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for joining me here on this mission. Please continue to share, continue to help me inspire others to heal. and let's spread hope together. So this 1 year anniversary, May 29th is my first episode of my story, episode number 1. I can't believe it. Now, the funny thing happened this year. May 29th this year comes out a Jewish holiday, Shavuot. Every year, the two calendars, the Jewish calendar and the English calendar, they change in terms of where they fall out with each other. The holiday 10 years ago was the first time, this holiday right now is the holiday that was the first time I ended up in the hospital for my mental illness. It was Shavuot. 3:20 in the morning, I woke up with a panic attack. Within a half an hour, 40 minutes, I had EMT. I think it was like 7 to 8 people standing around me thinking that I had either a heart attack or cardiac arrest. They rushed me to the hospital. They didn't know what happened to me, but it was mental illness. The mental illness crash that happened, my first encounter with mental illness was 10 years ago. 10 years ago on the Jewish holiday of Shavuot. Now, you know what the funny thing is? It is falling out this year. The Hebrew calendar of this holiday is falling out exactly on the 1 year anniversary to the podcast. So I have 2 anniversaries falling out on the same day. And this was not planned. This was divine, planned from above. I don't plan these things ahead of time. I'm not that cool. I can't think so much in advance. I dream way in advance, but I can't plan so much in advance. I'm a very last minute person. I'm very spontaneous. And I looked at the calendar and I'm like, oh my God, 10-year anniversary to my mental illness and 1 year anniversary to the Hope to Recharge podcast are falling out on the same day, May 29th this year. Next year, my 11th anniversary to my mental illness crash will not fall out on May 29th. It's going to fall out either a week or 2 or 3 before or after. Nothing is a coincidence in life. God wants me to celebrate big time this year. And I think in a way, God's smiling and saying, you're doing the right thing. Keep on doing it. He's tapping me on the back and saying, I know it's hard. And podcasting is so hard. It's hard to plan. It's hard to show up. It's hard with children. But I love it. I love it because I get to spend time with incredible heroes. I get to learn. I get to be inspired by others. And I feel like this is a gift. God gave me a gift that I can podcast and I can share other people's stories. I can share my journey and we can inspire others. We hope to hit 30,000 downloads in 1 year by the time this airs. We have a few hundred more. Everybody was helping me this week to downloads, and please continue to share episodes and to tell people about it. This year, my mission is to get it to high schools. I want more awareness for teenagers. I think we need it. I think they need to have more resources and hope to share between one another in their friendships and their classrooms, that they should feel comfortable with sharing. We need to work on suicide awareness to drop the suicide rate. And that's my mission, I think, for this year, to really bring it to high school. So continue sharing it. If you know a teenager that's struggling, please share this episode with them. Share story number 1 or share any of the episodes that you think that will inspire them to move forward and to try one moment at a time. That's about the anniversary, and we're very excited. If you want to gift us something for our anniversary, you could do it in a very simple way. Can you please, if you haven't done this yet, can you go to iTunes and leave a review if you enjoyed? And if you didn't enjoy, you can let us know also. So leave ratings and reviews on iTunes and Hope to Recharge podcast. If you go to our website, hopetorecharge.com, there's a tab there called reviews, and it walks you through how to do it if you don't know how to do it. It's so simple. It could take you less than a minute. Really less than a minute. And it will help us tremendously. If you want to gift us something, gift us a review. Now, I just want to give you a brief update on what we are going to do this month. So every month I told you that in the next 100 episodes, we're going to do a topic of the month. This month, the month of June, I should say, upcoming month, we are going to be talking about something that I'm super passionate about, something that I believe that is the foundation, the absolute foundation of healing and recovery, or foundation for any good life, even if you're not struggling. It's a foundation to every good life, is self-love, self-care, which is not selfish, and self-acceptance. I believe that without these 3 things, we cannot heal properly for the long term in our life. We can try medication, we could try therapy, we could try yoga, running, sports, whatever it is, healers. But if we don't have a foundation in ourselves, and this is what I learned the hard way, that 10 years ago when I ended up in the hospital, I thought that I had a wonderful life. And I did, but I did not take care of myself emotionally. I did not really take care of myself physically. I thought I did, but I didn't. I didn't have proper boundaries. I didn't love myself. If we don't love ourselves, no one's going to love us. And we can't love others. We need to love ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves. We need to see ourselves. We need to show up from a place of strength to know that we are worthy of the best life coming to us. And this takes time. This takes time. So when people come to me and they say, can I speak to you for a few minutes? Or they come to me and they say, can I work with you on finding the right cocktail for me of what's going to help me heal? Because there's so many different things out there. It took me years and years and years of trial and error. And it takes a long time. It takes time to try things out, to fall, get up, to try, see, pivot. But when people come and ask me for the first question they say is, how did you do it? How did you recover? What was your magic? And I always told them there's no magic, there's no instant, and there is no recipe I could give you that you can repeat. But I can give you different things that I did that you're going to try, and you're going to take the ones that fit you and you're going to go along with it. And you're going to design your healing path, and you're going to pick what's going to go into your cocktail of healing. What will be in your cocktail of healing? But the first question I always ask them, do you believe that you are worthy of a good life? Do you believe that you can heal? Do you believe that you are enough? And almost every time people answer me, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So if we don't know 100% sure that we are worthy of healing, if we're not going to fight for ourselves, when a loved one is suffering, we fight for them, right? And we don't say to them, we're not sure if you're worthy of healing. We're not sure if you're worthy of what you want. We're not sure. We motivate them. We cheerlead them on. We try to help them. And we will never tell them you're not worthy of healing if they're sick, right? So why would we tell ourselves? Why would we doubt if we are worthy of healing? It's because we don't love ourselves enough. We don't take care of ourselves enough. We don't show up for ourselves enough. And when we do, when we create that foundation of love, care, respect, acceptance for ourselves, then when we are depleted, we will be our best advocate. Yes, we're going to have people supporting us. Yes, we're going to have people helping us. But we need to be our biggest advocate because people get busy. People get overwhelmed. People get tired. People can't always show up for us. Sometimes they can and sometimes they can't. But if we don't show up for ourselves, it doesn't matter how many people will show up for us. We will not be able to move forward and heal. So we need to be our best friend. We need to fall in love with ourselves. We need to want it so badly. We need to want it so badly. I say this over and over and over again. We need to want the healing so badly because the road is difficult. The road is hard, and so many times we want to give up. But when we love ourselves and we know that we're worthy, we're going to fight and keep on chipping away one little moment at a time until we start seeing a little glimpse of hope, until we see a change. And the more we love ourselves, the better whatever path we're going to take, the healer, the medication, the therapist, whatever we're going to do is going to stay and stick much better than if we don't have it. Because if we build on top of something that's rocky, an episode can come in our life and everything will fall apart. The good thing is that when we work on self-love, care, when something happens, we shake a little bit, but then we can get up and move forward. It's not an earthquake. It's just a little bump in the road. So in the next month, we're going to be speaking about this. I have some therapists and psychologists that talk about this. They're going to teach us a lot about it. So powerful, really powerful, beautiful insights, exercises, awarenesses, all kinds of awareness practices, guidelines, boundaries. I'm going to have a solo episode sharing what I did because I really was lacking self-love. I was lacking self-acceptance. I was showing up from the wrong place. I was really showing up in the world in the wrong place. I wanted people to like me for reasons that were not me. That was one of the biggest recoveries for me, that I showed up authentically. And I want to just tell you that I'm still working on myself. I still have to continue my exercises, continue the affirmations that I tell myself, continue with my visualizing my love to myself, little love notes. All of these things are important because we need to continue falling in love with ourselves. This is what's coming up this next month, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. I'm excited to see where the next 100 episodes go to. We're already 1 month in. That's amazing. We're already 1 month in. This is a bonus episode. Remember that we said that in the beginning of every month. I'm going to have a short episode just introducing the topic, but this month was very special because of the anniversary. That's what I have for now. So have a wonderful rest of the day. I love you. We're going to do this. We're going to conquer this beast of stigma. I am so grateful to be here 10 years later after my panic attack, my first panic attack, that I thought I was dying and I thought that I'm losing everything. And I thought that my kids won't have a mom. And here I am talking to you, feeling really strong, feeling positive and motivated, feeling joy, real joy in my heart, and so ever grateful. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. Please share this podcast with loved ones that are struggling or strangers that are struggling. You may save a life. Bye till next time. Thank you for joining us and taking the time to listen. I really appreciate it. Please hit the subscribe button so you can hear further episodes. If you are listening to us on iTunes, please leave feedback and ratings below. Let us know if there's any topic that you would like to hear from us in the future. Bye till next time.